This is not clickbait. This is not a joke. The title is real. I got shot, and this is what I learned. First off, I'm okay. I'm gonna do a little side step, side to side, side to side. I'm still Jo. I still smile. I still make jokes. It's been 1 week since a bullet was lodged into my back. Got a little patch. I'm okay. Again, I'm okay. Everybody at home freaking out. Yes, it is a reason to freak out. It could have been super, super, super terrible. It could have gone so many ways, but here I am, perfectly fine, with a bullet in my back, a little extra piece inside of me, and a huge message to share. Let's rewind. Damon and I decided to go to Carnival in Brazil, so we took a 20-day trip to São Paulo first, and then we went to Rio, my birth city. Of course, I was born there, I almost died there, but I didn't, and I am here to tell the tale of the time I got shot in Brazil. Why can't it be a joke? Because it's real. Okay, so before the traumatic story, just to get things clear, Carnival was amazing. We spent 3 nights partying, dressing up like animals and putting glitter on our faces and watching everybody just feel completely alive. So after the parties, after the glitz and the glitter and all of the good things about Carnival that you hear about all the time, Damon and I decided to split up because I needed to see my family. My father still lives there, my little brothers, my cousins, uncles, aunts, everybody's still in Brazil. And so then I took the opportunity that it was the last day of Carnival, and I took an Uber all the way to the northern zone of Rio, Tijuca, where my family all lives. My dad and I hugged, we caught up, we danced in the street, and when I tell you this is living, you could just watch it for yourself. Again, my family has lived in this neighborhood their entire lives, so it's not a particularly extremely dangerous neighborhood. It is dangerous, Rio is dangerous, but danger is everywhere, and I don't want it to seem like you should never go to Brazil. Damon had a beautiful time in Brazil. This did not happen to Damon, so this is just one particular story, not to scare you. I would never want people to not come to my own country that's so beautiful. So it was around 9:30, I was supposed to meet Damon by Copacabana to go to a party, and I told my uncle and aunt, hey, I'm gonna take an Uber home, don't wait up, and they said absolutely not, we're gonna drive you home. So we all hop in the car, my uncle's driving, my aunt's in the passenger seat, my 15-year-old cousin's in the back seat with me, and for some reason, even though I always do this, I did not put my seatbelt on, thankfully, and I was telling a story while they were driving, so I was leaning forward in between the front 2 seats. We're driving down the street in the neighborhood my family has lived in for years and years and years, and all of a sudden, when I tell you in the blink of an eye, everything changed. What I see is something out of movies, but this was real life. 2 motorcycles blocking the street, and in the dead center of the street, there was a man holding a gun pointing directly at the windshield in the car that I was in the middle of. Dead center in the middle, blocking the street in an attempt to steal cars and rob whoever was in the car with guns. So my uncle, who was driving around 40 miles per hour, keeps driving because he didn't see that there were 2 motorcyclists. And when he keeps driving, he hits one of the motorcycles. And from that point on, we were like, we can't stop here. These people have guns and they want to kill us. From that point on, it was just like flash, flash, flash. It was like my pupils were opening to try to see as much information as possible, to see where I should go and what to do and how to react. We drive away, and immediately you hear pow, 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 pow. So I duck, and I see the slow motion of the red flames flying out of the guns. Like, what? This is not a movie, this is life. And I'm ducking because I'm trying to not get hit in the head, and I'm trying to make sure none of my family is getting hit. And as we're driving away, and the sounds are so loud and the smells of gunpowder are so vivid, all of a sudden I feel heat in my back. And I'm like, I just got shot in the back. I just got hit in the back. We need to go to the hospital now. Never thought I'd say those words. And I told myself, as I was laying down, you say you're strong. Now's the time to prove it. And I calmed down. And I was actually calm, considering I had just been shot. And my poor 15-year-old cousin was just there, like, holding me. And I thought to myself, no 15-year-old, no child should have to see this and live this and make this a part of their everyday life because of danger and violence that is so unnecessary. For what? For a car? For a cell phone? Really? It appalls me that this isn't just about me. This is about everybody that gets hit with bullets. It's about everybody that's a victim of a violent crime for something so silly. After I realized that I was hit, we sped into a hospital, and I looked to the side of the car where I should have been sitting had I had my seatbelt on, and there was a gaping hole where the window where my head would have directly been next to. And so again, everything happens for a reason. If I had sat in the car, put my seatbelt on, you wouldn't be seeing this video right now. So from that point on, adrenaline was rushing. I was in survival mode, straight up, like, girl, you gonna survive this. I get separated from my family, and this is the part where things get so real so fast, because you're laying looking up at a blank ceiling and you're just thinking, if this were my last day, would it have been a good one? And to be honest, yes, I've lived a great life. In my 24 years, I've done more than a lot of people can dream of. But that particular day, I managed to argue with everybody that I cared about for the dumbest things. Damon and I argued because I didn't feel like sharing my beach towel with him. What? Really? Is that how we're gonna close out a chapter of an amazing friendship? My mom and I weren't speaking. My dad and I had had a decent time. I hadn't spoken to my brother, my sister, my best friends in over a week. And if that were my last day, that would have been a shame. So if anything, when I was looking up to the ceiling at the blankness of the abyss that could have been the end of my life, I was upset. And I realized I can't do that again. You need to live every single day like it's your last, and tell everybody that you care about how much you care about them, and make an effort to think not about the things that don't matter, like likes, comments, your appearance, things that are so vain. Yeah, of course you can think about those things, but if it's your last day on earth, is that really what you want to think about? Here's the best part. They didn't take the bullet out of me. Your girl is now Iron Woman. Some way, somehow, this bullet managed to go in the one spot in my back where it would affect nothing vital. Thank you. And everything played a part in this. Going to the gym like a racehorse. It was like I was literally practicing to survive without knowing it, and that's absurd. I'm gonna beat through airports. Here's what I encourage you all to think about now. Are you living every single day like it's your last? Are you doing the things that you want to do now? Have you booked the trip you've always wanted to take? Have you told the person you love how much you care about them? Are you studying something that makes you genuinely happy? Are you helping others? You never know when something like this could happen. Don't sit around and wait. We think we're invincible. We think these things never happen to anybody close to us. Guess what? It happened to me. So now you know somebody who it happened to, somebody that you follow on a regular basis, somebody that's constantly traveling the world. And to give you an idea, I'm not going to avoid going back to Brazil. I will go back. This isn't going to make me afraid, because if I live my life in fear, then it's completely going against what I just said, which is you need to live your life to the fullest. So on that note, it's time to shut up and go live your life. Povo brasileiro, por favor, não tenham medo. Vou retornar, vou voltar para o meu país. Isso não vai me parar, porque um momento desse é uma chance de renascer, não de ficar com medo e desaparecer. Eu levei um tiro nas costas, isso não é uma mentira, isso é uma verdade. Isso é uma coisa traumatizante. O que aconteceu? Fui pro Brasil, Rio de Janeiro, carnaval bem brasileiro, o meu primeiro carnaval. Nunca vou esquecer desse carnaval. Por quê? Óbvio, né? Estava na casa dos meus tios, do meu pai, lá na Tijuca. E nessa eu vivi, fomos pra um bloquinho, nós divertimos, tudo bem, eu tava dançando uma vida, assim, bem vibrante, eu tava vivendo. E eu tava curtindo o tempo, sem saber que poderia ter sido o último momento da Joana Franco nesse mundo, não sabia, porque não... Quando que você vai saber disso? Não vai saber. Mas curti o carnaval, tudo bem, bonitinho. Aí eu cheguei na casa dos meus tios, eu ia voltar pra Copacabana pra encontrar o Damon pra continuar a pular carnaval. Meus tios decidiram me dirigir, porque era perigoso, né? 9h30 da noite, entramos no carro e normalmente eu coloco meu cinto de segurança. Só que nesse momento, não sei porquê, mas graças a Deus não coloquei aquele cinto. Em vez, eu tava sentado no meio dos bancos contando uma história enquanto meu tio tava dirigindo. Meu primo de 15 anos tava bem do meu lado e tudo felizão, todo mundo rindo no carro. De repente, tornamos numa rua bem escura, com 2 motos bloqueando a rua, assim, com um cara no meio da rua, segurando uma arma, assim, tentando assaltar o carro. Tipo, o quê? Quando eu vi aquela arma, quando eu vi as motos, não tinha um jeito de escapar daquela situação. Tudo estava acontecendo tão rápido que o meu tio não conseguiu parar o carro e acabou batendo na moto. E nisso, continuamos... E os caras ficaram com raiva, malvados, assim, querendo matar mesmo. E a única coisa que eu vi foi o cara do lado esquerdo, com uma arma, começou a atirar dentro do carro onde eu estava. Eu abaixei assim, claro, abaixa, abaixa. Minha tia tava gritando, foi uma coisa tão rápido, tão rápido. Tava rezando pra sair daquela situação. E nisso, o carro continuou e de repente eu senti uma coisa quente nas costas. E eu falei... Eu levei um tiro nas costas, eu levei um tiro nas costas. O quê? Respirei fundo, abaixado do meu primo de 15 anos. E, gente, eu nunca quero que as crianças tenham essa visão da vida. Não é justo isso, isso é malvado. De ter 15 anos, de já ter passado por uma coisa tão traumatizante desse jeito. E naquele momento, quando eu tava abaixada, eu respirei fundo e eu falei pra mim mesma assim, Jo, você sempre fala que você é forte. E agora é a sua hora de provar isso. Calma, não é a hora de ficar com pânico. Tá na hora de sobreviver, porque não é o último momento. Eu tenho um anjinho que tava me protegendo. Eu senti uma coisa tão forte ali. Quando chegamos no hospital, eu tava tentando sair do carro. O que que eu faço? O que que eu faço, meu Deus? E quando eu olhei pro lado esquerdo, eu vi aquele... buraco enorme do vidro quebrado. E, gente, se eu estava sentado naquele banco, não estaria aqui. Eu saí do carro caminhando até a cadeira de rodas, uma boa coisa, né, que eu tava andando. Eu sentei na cadeira e eu coloquei a minha mão assim nas costas e eu só vi aquele sangue quente. No hospital, eles me colocaram na mesa e eu só olhei pro teto e eu pensei... Se fosse o meu último dia nesse mundo, teria sido um bom dia? Não. Por quê? Porque eu briguei com todo mundo que eu adoro nesse mundo. Claro, eu vivi uma boa vida. Eu tenho 24 anos e eu sempre falo, cala a boca e vai embora. Vai, corre atrás dos seus sonhos. Mas naquele dia, especificamente, eu esqueci dessas regras. Não sei por quê. Foi uma coisa estúpida. Por que eu tava brigando com a minha mãe? Por que eu tinha brigado com o Damon? Então... eu lá, olhando pro teto, pensando nessas coisas tão profundas e olhando pra enfermeira com lágrimas nos olhos, agradecendo ela por ter me lembrado que tinha mais bom nesse mundo do que ruim. Vocês ouçam essas notícias todo dia no Brasil e é horrível, mas essa história não termina ruim. Graças a tudo, não termina ruim. Estou aqui, estou bem. E agora... tem uma parte extra dentro do meu corpo, que é essa balinha. Sou mulher de ferro, Iron Woman, e ganhei uma segunda chance nessa vida, então quer dizer que não vamos parar, não vou parar. Todo dia que você tá vivo, a única coisa que você tem que fazer é viver. Esse momento é um momento que você tem, esse presente é um presente, então aprecia o presente. Estou agradecendo tudo, toda a proteção. Agradeço toda a família, todo mundo de volta. O Damon, que chegou lá no hospital cheio de purpurina, bem do carnaval. E agora eu tenho essa segunda chance, então eu vou viver. E eu espero que vocês também em casa, qualquer lugar que você estiver, que você está vivendo também. Até a próxima. I'm still here. How do you feel?
Guys, scared all of us to death. Everybody's still in shock. Like everybody...
Now you know, again, be thankful and thank you for listening and thank you for your support.
And now you can move on.
And now I can move on.
Again, there's 2 ways you can think of this. Either you can be scared and fearful of what might happen in the world.
And then you end up doing nothing at all.
And then you end up doing nothing, which is a life out of fear. Or you do the complete opposite.
And you live, because you never know when it's your time to go. And I think if you live, honestly, you live a better life.
Yeah, no, it's like these things might happen, but at least I know, and I think you said this in both those languages, that like you're happy with your 24, you've like lived a good life.
I've lived a good life. It's not over yet.
But thankfully. You're like it just started getting good.
It just started getting good.
I can't stop now.
So just to let you know, the next videos we're gonna post were before this accident, which is why we're dancing, we're doing a bunch of stuff. So that's a heads up. And so don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be like, Joe, I don't know if you should be doing that because we're dancing in the next few days. These are pre-recorded before this whole thing happened. You'll see it.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Sit down.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Bye.